Okay, hello everyone. So, the state of play for May 30th has come and gone, and it's been a couple of hours since I watched it. By a couple of hours, I mean almost 12 hours, because the thing started at midnight my time. And we're here again to talk about it. And we are off to a very, very, very bad start with Concord, which in my notes I wrote yawn, because, yeah, apparently this game was announced last year, which I totally don't remember it. I didn't remember it, which should already tell you how much interest I have for this game. So, yeah, I just skipped this one. And, spoilers, there's gonna be a lot of skips. Then the second, the thing that we see was the release date for the PC port of God of War Ragnarok, which it's pretty self-explanatory. And the thing also is going to have the Valhalla DLC, which I didn't play. I did play Ragnarok from start to finish. My sister did play the DLC, and apparently she wasn't a fan of, but I never played it myself, so yeah. And then, by the way, the game is releasing on September 19th. Then we have Dynasty Warriors Origins, which I honestly have no idea what the Origins means. Is this supposed to be like a prequel of another previous game? Is this supposed to be like a remake of an old game, like a PS2 game? I have no idea. But since this Dynasty Warriors, I can already explain. I can already imagine, not explain, imagine what the game is going to entail. Then we have Infinity Nikki, which, not gonna lie, it's looks to be a pretty charming game, but something that I personally wouldn't play. Then we got Ballad of Antara, which, that's a hard skip for me. Then we got Skydance Behemoth and Alien Rogue Incursion, which are both VR titles, so a hard skip. And then we got to Marvel Rivals, the game that has become famous for the fact that its playtesters couldn't say the game is garbage. They literally put on the contract that they couldn't say the game is garbage. And it's... I guess everybody knew it already, knew from the very beginning, but yeah, this is basically a ripoff of Overwatch with Marvel characters, which, at this point, I want to ask, why would anyone want to try and copy Overwatch, considering the game's relation, the game's reputation has gone down the drain? But at the same time, I could ask the same thing for why people are still bothering with, like, companies are still bothering with live services when it's clear no one likes them. So, yeah, I guess it's gonna be one of those questions that will never get answered. And then we have Where Winds Meet, which, honestly, I have a hard time saying what genre is this going to be. Is it going to be a Souls-like? Is it going to be like a Devil May Cry? Is it going to be like a Stellar Blade? Which, I mean, Stellar Blade is in itself a very, very soft version of a Souls-like, but yeah, I don't know. The thing I actually did write on my notes, this basically C-Spec Sekiro, which... Okay, that there's many other Japanese, ancient Japanese, many games set in ancient Japan that isn't Sekiro, outside of Sekiro. But yeah, that's the first thing that come up that I could think of when looking at this game was Sekiro, and I didn't call it B-Spec because that's Neo, so I call it C-Spec. And then we got Until Dawn, which I wrote on my notes again with this, because, I mean, come on, how many times has this game been ported? When did this game come out? Did it come out in when the PS3 was a thing? Was it when early PS4, like late PS3, early PS4? I honestly don't remember, but it feels like... You know all the memes about Skyrim getting ported to every single console in every single generation ever since 2011? Yeah, this Until Dawn feels like that. Then we have Path of Exile 2, which looks to be, and I don't want to call this the sleeper hit, because, well, it's a sequel, so of course it cannot be a sleeper hit, but I wrote in my notes, I could see this being played, and honestly, I think this is gonna be like the most popular game out of these Actually, Ragnarok, of course, is gonna be the most popular game of all the ones that were shown yesterday. And then we have the game that everybody isn't waiting for, but dreading, and that is the remake of Silent Hill 2, which, okay, I'll admit, when I was watching the trailer, I thought it was fine. Like, the only two weird things that I caught was Angela's voice acting being not that great. I think her name is Angela, the woman that James meets at the very beginning of the game. Her voice acting is not that great. I mean, it's not straight up awful, but you can tell it's not good either. And an enemy that looked like it clipped through a door. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was a choice, but looking at it as a silhouette, it looked like the enemy just straight up clipped through a door. And that was until this morning, before going to work with my sister. My sister was watching a stream that her boyfriend did. And that the boyfriend did, and said that the game is being made by the Medium developers. To which I wrote in my notes, "Made by the Medium guys, game is fucked," because yeah, the Medium wasn't that great of a game to begin with, and now turns out that apparently this game looks complete and utter garbage, and I've already seen a meme of Angela looking a lot more fatter than she was in the original game, which, I should pay attention to saying things like this, because, nowadays it's easy to get crucified for saying something like this, but because to be misled, and actually not to be misunderstood and be crucified because of it. But if the fact that there's already memes about the game, it shows that this game is omega fucked. Like, this game is just straight up dead. Apparently, not even this game can be saved from the decay of Konami post Silent Hill 4 and the disbandment and the closure of Team Silent. Then we have, actually speaking of Silent Hill, speaking of the voice acting, of course we have new cast, and I wonder if Guy Seehee, who's the original voice actor of James, is still pissed at Konami for not paying him royalties. And then we have Monster Hunter Wilds, which that was also a hard skip for me, because I've never cared about Monster Hunter at all, and I don't think I'm going to care here either. And then we finish off this thing with Astrobot. And in my notes I wrote, "Hell fucking please, yes fucking please," because, okay, I'm aware that the game that came with the PS5 is a tech demo to show just how cool the DualSense is, but you cannot deny that this game, and also the game is a sort of jerk fest, which is now a term that has gained a lot of negative publicity because of what Sony did with Helldivers 2. But you cannot deny that Astrobot was that game on PS5. The game that came with the PS5 was super charming. It was super cool despite all the self-references, and I cannot wait for September to come out, because that game looks fantastic. It looks great. And that was basically it for the State of Play for May 30th. And, it's not great. So, with all that being said, see you next time.